Susie, thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So tell me a little bit about what you do at Borgic and Borgic Farms.
Basically, every bit of feed that gets fed to one of our hogs goes through me. There are 2 sow farms. We have one in Nokomis, which is a 10,000 sow unit, and we have one in Newton, which is a 6,500 head unit. 50 grower families that we work with, several different sites on the grower end of things.
You started with 50 bins. Where are you at today?
Last October, we signed a contract, and now we have 360 sensors across our system in Illinois.
So you're all in with BinSentry.
We are all in our Illinois sites with BinSentry. We have it at the sow farm levels, we have it at the grower level, we have it at our guild developer level.
And so what kind of challenges did that create in the business when you were getting bad data out of the field?
Some of the problems we had before we started utilizing BinSentry, we would have a lot of out-of-feed events or emergency feed orders. 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, I've either got a site that has no feed or a site with every bin full and a truck sitting there with more feed to deliver.
How did you find out about BinSentry?
Talked to some people that were currently using it, and we had an area that we saw BinSentry would be very helpful with. So we gave it a shot and ordered our first 50 sensors. It's been a blast. 2 or 3 times a month, I'd have to call them at home on a Saturday. Hey, we're out of feed here. We don't have to do that anymore. I'm able to place feed orders for several head. We're 12,000 head area, 2 or 3 days in advance, so they have plenty of notice on creating the feed.
How have operations changed with the new technology?
The biggest difference I'm noticing is I'm comfortable. When I go into a long holiday weekend or just a weekend in general, I'm comfortable that the pigs in my care are fed. That's huge for us. We care very much about our pigs and our people, and I know that I don't have to send someone out to climb an icy bin ladder at 10 o'clock at night, and I know the pigs are fed. It's virtually eliminated climbing bins. Within a week of getting it, he was checking his bins on a Friday night in the middle of a thunderstorm, sent Phil Borgic and I a text saying, I thank you for installing this at my site, and my wife thanks you because she's not worried about me climbing a bin and falling. So it's the safety factor is tremendous on that because none of us are getting any younger.
What's your favorite part of the tech?
It's very simple to use. One of our growers is pretty old school. He still has his flip phone. We went to his house and showed him how to work it. Within 5 minutes, he was looking around. He was digging out the data. And he looked at me and said, I wish my dad was here to see how far this has come. And so I thought that was kind of one of those moments. So I was pretty happy. But it's easy to use. The information's easy to understand. It gives you so much when you're marketing, when you're refilling, when you're running medicated feed. Part of the reason I'm able to wear so many hats is because of BinSentry helping me smooth out some transitions on feed.
What's your labor situation? How do you think about that?
Having BinSentry installed is one less thing we have to worry about training somebody to do. It's much easier to train somebody to log on to a system and look at bin levels than to go out and learn how to accurately throw a rock or rubber mallet or climb a bin even.
What do you think of the BinSentry team, Susie?
They are very responsive. They listen to what I say. They value what I say. Really great to work with. I can't praise them enough. They responsive. They're on it and fun.
What do you think the money impact is of the BinSentry technology?
One out-of-feed event costs us more than what we pay a month for a sensor.
That's a pretty quick return.
Yeah, pretty quick ROI there. What surprised me the most once I got in with BinSentry and started working with it was the accuracy and the ease. So when we're marketing out of a site, we do our best to not have to recover feed. That costs way too much money. There's data available in the BinSentry where it shows you what average consumption is for the last 24 hours, 3 days, 7 days, 14 days. We are now able to close groups, big groups, with less than a ton of feed on site, not in a bin, on site.
If you were talking to somebody in the industry who wasn't familiar with the technology, what would your advice be? What would you tell them to think about?
Oh, I'd tell them to try it. If you doubt the technology, all you can do is try it. it's easy for them to learn and operate this system, and the technology is accurate, and they will like it if you just give them a chance.